Yo, welcome everybody back to the JV Sports Room. As usual, your host, JDino, the other half of the team behind the scenes, my man Vince.
Yeah.
Back for another one. Brought my man Chris back. What's up, brother?
Pleasure to be here, man.
Welcome back to the show. BUCS fan, huh?
Yeah, man.
You got some explaining to do.
It's not looking too good in Tampa Bay at this present moment.
Big loss to the Steelers this past week, 20-18.
Which was definitely a game that Tampa Bay should have won. Pittsburgh is somebody they should have been able to beat. I don't know what's going on in Tampa right now. The main concern is defense. The defense is not holding up. We got a lot of issues going on, especially in the secondary. But offensively, we're not looking hot as well.
Agreed, man. Actually, you guys, they started the game with Kenny Pickett, but Mitch Trubisky actually came on because Kenny Pickett got hurt and won the game for him. Yes, defense. Defense is the biggest factor of what's going on in Tampa right now, especially in this game specifically because Mitch Trubisky and Kenny Pickett combined for 4 third and long against you guys, and you guys are specifically known for never giving up third and longs. So that was huge, and I don't really know what's going on in Tampa, period, man. Is there something deeper in Tampa going on right about now besides just their defense struggling?
Yeah, it's starting with leadership right now. And right now, the talk is Tom Brady. Right now, it's a question of his commitment, his dedication to this season, as well as his behavior on and off the field. We're seeing a different Tom right now in Tampa Bay than we're accustomed to seeing.
True indeed. I mean, what's going on with Tom?
I don't know, man. I feel it's something in Florida. It's the Florida water. I don't know. Tom Brady has come to the South. Man, you cannot. It's a difference, man. You can be from the South and you can move up to the North and you might be okay. But when you move to the South, it changes you.
It does.
It's something about moving down here. It changes you. It's a different atmosphere, the environment, the heat. I don't know what it is, man, but they say Tom Brady riding around in monster trucks and they say he's like Florida Tom now.
I mean, is he about done in Tampa?
I think he's done completely at this point.
Oh,
I don't think it's just Tampa. I'm with the way the season's looking and Tom Brady, I don't feel that that he will remain the entire season if they lose 2 more games. I feel more than 3 games, 3 more losses, I feel he's gonna go ahead and retire and call it a quits.
Wow. So 17 games in a season. You're talking about a 11-6, 10-7 Tampa. You don't think he would want to power his team as a wild card to?
Nah. Tom's old, man, and he knows that he has maybe one good shot at it. And to take that shot with a roster that he has now, I don't think he'll do it. It's not going to risk in the award. It's not going to be worth it. I don't think Tom Brady's going to stick in there. And quite frankly, I believe they're going to have more than 3 losses. Simply because the breakdown that we're having defensively, we're not getting enough pressure, which is giving quarterbacks more time. So it doesn't matter if it was Trubisky or someone, like we're not getting enough pressure.
Right.
And then our corners are not holding. So, I mean, if you can't pressure quarterback, you give them time and then you allow receivers to get separation, you're going to have a lot of that. And on the other end, offensively, Tom Brady's averaging maybe, 6-7 yards a pass?
Yeah, it's ugly.
I mean, we're not getting anything downfield.
Right now.
Exactly, nothing downfield. He's had 2 games where he's gone over 300 yards, which is unlike Tom. Now, he's still like 5th, I think, in passing yards this season. So it's not terrible, but it's uncharacteristic of Tom Brady.
Very much so. Very much so. Looks like our Tom Brady days might be coming to an end.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I kind of felt that last year. He impressed me with his play last year. It was more so, it wasn't so much his arm, it was his mobility in the pocket. And seeing his mobility in the pocket last season, I felt like maybe he could play another season and it'd be okay. But with what's going on right now in Tampa Bay, it's not the same.
Right. And I like the point you made, too. I don't think a 10-7, 11-6 Tom Brady BUCS would want to actually go on the road and to the climate and all the weather conditions of all the other. Yeah, I don't think Tom Brady would want to do that just to win another Super Bowl. It'd be tough. I don't think he would go out that way.
You have to get Tom Brady a Marshawn Lynch in his prime and a Randy Moss in his prime in order for me to really, like, real tough, in order for him to want to take that chance. He doesn't have the offensive weapons and the defense is not getting enough stops. So all you'll be doing is putting so much wear and tear and pressure on your body trying to do something that I don't think they're going to be able to do anyway.
Right, and he's ready to live his life outside of
Tom
football,
Brady
right?
ready to ride jet skis and listen to Kodak Black.
Yeah. You got Tom Brady out there looking like Wayne Brady. But yeah, man, Pittsburgh wasn't the only tri-borough team that won this past week. As a matter of fact, all 3 Florida team lost, just for the record, but all 6 tri-borough teams won this past weekend. Starting with the Bills, my G-men, both 5-1 still.
Yeah.
Those Jets up there, 4-2, looking impressive.
Really good.
New England pulls out a big win against Cleveland. And like we said, Pittsburgh over the BUCS. And then those Philadelphia Eagles are still undefeated right now. So Tri-Borough, big props to the Tri-Borough this past weekend, going 6-0. As a matter of fact, the state of New York right now is 14-4 as a whole. So those 3 teams playing really good.
Led by Buffalo, man.
Yeah, man. Buffalo leading it off, man. Still your Super Bowl favorite right now?
Yeah, that's still my pick, man. I'm going with Buffalo for a number of reasons. I mean, they're looking good on the defensive end, but Josh Allen, man, is electric. It's crazy. I mean, they're a great team as a whole, the way they're constructed, but Josh Allen alone, his will to get what he needs to get done it's amazing.
He does every and anything he has to do on the field, man. Literally, he's jumping over guys, hurdling over defenders at this point in time just for first downs. It's amazing, man.
Same defender, too.
Yeah.
He hurdled the same guy last season.
Yeah, he's got that guy's number, huh? Every time he sees him coming low, he's going on top.
He's jumping.
Yeah, man. But Buffalo looking super strong right now. My G-men still looking great, 5-1.
I gotta go.
Did you see that coming?
I did not. Not with the Giants. The Giants are impressive, man. They're playing really strong right now. They're tough. They're looking like the Giants are old.
Yeah, man.
They're playing really, really hard right now.
It's the culture, man. That boy Brian Dable is killing it over there right now, giving those boys everything they need to win, man. And Daniel Jones finally finding his weapons. We finally got Wan'Dale Robinson back, our 2nd-round pick. So it was good to see him catch a touchdown. It's good to see him, actually, Daniel Jones actually missed him on a deep one, too. So, I mean, I'm loving what I'm seeing out of these young Giants right now, and Saquon's still killing it. As a matter of fact, Saquon had the game-winning touchdown and the smartest play of the game. I don't know if you saw, but he actually went down at the 1 to run off more time, right?
Yeah.
So that Lamar Jackson couldn't get the ball back on the other end. So that was super smart. Gave up on a 2nd touchdown of the game just to win the game. That's a team player, man.
True veteran play.
Absolutely.
It takes a lot of knowledge and understanding of the situation to be able to pull something off like that. But I think if Saquon stays healthy, man, it's going to be real tough to beat the Giants. I mean, that guy's a beast. He's too much to take down, and he just wears down defense over the course of the game.
He really does, man. And he's getting it done in the passing game, too.
Exactly.
Leading the league in scrimmage yards total. So, love what Saquon's doing for us. But those Jets, they impressing you at all?
The Jets are good, man. The Jets, it's still early in the season. Right? They look really, really well right now. I want to give it a couple more games to really let it pan out. But as of right now, the Jets are legit.
Yeah, man. They're grinding. They're playing great, man. As a matter of fact, the Giants and the Jets both beat the Packers back-to-back weeks. I don't know what's going on in Green Bay, Nelly.
Yeah, Green Bay is not too hot right now. But what is impressive, though, as well, going back, is New England.
Yeah.
Getting on New England. And, I mean, they're 3-3. Record's not great. They're sitting at the same record as Tampa Bay. But I believe that it's more impressive to see that because Bill Belichick doesn't have the personnel. And to see Belichick coaching the squad that he has and to be able to have them at 3-3
right.
is a difference. And that's where it goes back to Tampa Bay. You've seen the difference. In Tampa Bay, Tom is the coach.
Right.
So with Tom as the coach, Tom calling shots, coach is going, he's the star. You're going to have to follow what Tom says. Belichick is not going for that. Belichick is not going to have it. He's going to run his team, run his offense however he sees fit. And that's where you're seeing more of his imprint on New England. And Tom Brady, he's not focused, so you're seeing less of an imprint from him. So there's no accountability coming from your leader spot, so the team is following.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Coaching is huge, and leadership. You said it best. Bill Belichick is leading this team, and New England is on their 2nd-string quarterback, actually on their 2nd-string running back, Ramondre Stevenson, which I don't think he's a 2nd string at all. He's a beast, if you ask me. And limited weapons, and still, Belichick gets it done. They're beating people on defense, and that's what always been the Belichick way. Get it done on defense.
Yep.
So
it's the difference between a coach and a face. Right. Certain teams have a coach, some teams have a face. Belichick is a coach. So at the end of the day, he's going to coach, and he doesn't coach with the fear of losing his job.
Right.
He's not coaching with the fear of the star player getting him fired or getting him, he's not worried about that. He's actually coaching, and most coaches don't have that luxury. And his record and his history is what affords him that luxury.
Right.
So a lot of coaches don't have that. You don't have the Super Bowls for an owner to tell you, hey, whatever this coach says, you follow line. Nah, it's not like that with a lot of coaches. So because he can be like that, and it's only a few coaches that you can actually, you got a Mike Tomlin maybe, you got the Belichick. It's not too many coaches in the league that have that power.
Right. And honestly, that's why I love what's going on with my Giants so much, because Brian Dable is actually becoming that kind of coach.
Yeah, he's a coach.
Yep,
yeah,
he's a coach. All right, so we also touched on those Steelers and how they beat your BUCS, but just in long sight, these Steelers are looking good for the future. Kenny Pickett at the helm now. They got young receivers and George Pickens, and obviously they got Chase Claypool and Deontay Johnson as well. Mm-hmm. But a lot of young pieces. It's looking good for these Steelers, man. Najee Harris running the ball.
It's looking promising for the post Roethlisberger era.
Right.
But I think that they need a couple more years to be a serious contender and to really be a legit team, because it's going to take a few more pieces. They may be able to do it through drafting. They may have to make a couple personnel moves and do some trades. But it's promising for them.
Absolutely.
I see them moving
definitely
up,
headed in the right direction.
They're gonna stay pretty steady in their division. But in order for them to move on another level, they have to make a few more changes. But I say the next couple seasons, man, Pittsburgh, they'll pan out all right.
Yeah, I think so too. Definitely not in contention just yet, but the other team we talked about from the TRI-BORO, those Philadelphia Eagles, looking like true contenders right now, right?
Man, the Eagles are looking like the contenders right now. They're playing a real good football right now, and it's surprising to everybody. I think, including Philly fans. I don't think Philly fans expected this.
Right.
But they solidified it beating Dallas. I think that the win in Dallas, it really, that rivalry was big, and that was an important win. And with that win, I don't know, man. Phillies, they're gonna go pretty deep.
Yeah. What surprised me most is that Dallas's defense is probably the best defense they've played so far this season, and they withstood everything they threw at them. So much props to these Philadelphia Eagles. As a matter of fact, since we're talking about these Eagles, we got an Eagles fan that wants to jump on for a video call with us. Y'all know who it is, the big body boy himself. All right, so for the first time, let's welcome Big J to the video call. What's up, man?
Yo.
Philly fan.
Fellas, what's going on? Hey, man. Sorry I couldn't be there in studio, man, but, I got to come in on the Zoom,
Yeah, it's a little lonely in here, man. A little empty.
Yeah. Y'all hold it down for me, though.
Yeah, man, but we here talking about this TRI-BORO and how they killed it this past weekend, going 6-0. Obviously, your Philadelphia Eagles going to their bye, 6-0, undefeated.
Yes, sir.
You don't got to tell us too much about that. We know how you feel about them. But these other 5 TRI-BORO teams, man, the New York Giants, these G-men over here. The Jets, 4-2. The New England Patriots, 3-3, but playing great as of late. And the Pittsburgh Steelers, only 2-4, but had a big win this past week against my man's Tampa Bay BUCS over here.
Yeah.
So what's surprising you most? I mean, because obviously the Steelers, they also have a bright future with Kenny Pickett now at the helm, right? So what's surprising you most about this TRI-BORO right about now? These TRI-BORO teams.
I think off the top, man, I think it has to come down to the New York Giants, man. Like, I gotta take my hat off, my figurative hat off. I'm not gonna take my hat off for real, but take my hat off to y'all, man. Y'all have made the NFC East from the NFC least to the NFC beast, because we have the best division in football right now, and it's all due because of the Eagles and those Giants, man. Those G-men is a big surprise. Big wins the past 2 weeks, taking out quarterbacks like the likes of Aaron Rodgers, and doing it in a way that's not pretty, but at the same time, it's fun. You're doing it old school, gritty. You're just gritting out these wins, and a lot of it has to do with the play of Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones has stepped up when his number's being called. He's making the big throws. He's making the big runs when he needs to,
Facts.
and along with the likes of Saquon Barkley, of course. But
Yeah, exactly.
it goes to show you what a good head coach can do for an organization. The team is, we touched on it for weeks now. It's lacking weapons. It's not big name guys and missing guys and
Got that boy Wandale back on the field this week, though.
Wandale came back, big rookie second round draft pick this year. Hopefully he gets more involved and we see him start to break loose. But shouts out to the G-men, Brian Dable, great coaching hire, and it's coming to fold right now. So big ups to the Giants. And on the other side, Jay Money brought it to life, and I'm gonna keep pushing it. And it's the New Jersey Jets, man. The New Jersey Jets. Robert Saleh has been, thrown away as a young coaching hire. People are forgetting about, what he brings and the passion he brings to football. And we're seeing it with these Jets. The offense is still kind of shaky and you like the guys, but they're still trying to find their way. Elijah Moore is on Twitter now trying to figure out why he can't get, targets. But, the arrow's still pouring up with the guys like Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall, who we all love. But the biggest thing for the Jets is that defense, man. Quinnen Williams, Sauce Gardner on the outside. They're shutting down teams.
He was rocking the cheese head after the Packer game, right?
For sure, man. Yeah. But it's the arrow's pointing up, man. If you're a fan of a team in the Northeast, you're pretty happy right now. And the next team I gotta go look at, you brought them up is this Pittsburgh Steelers. Huge win against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. A lot of people's NFC favorites. Through the adversity, losing your starting, just switch quarterbacks. You get the young kid Kenny Pickett in. He unfortunately has the concussion. But Mr. Trubisky steps up and wills out a win. He does it. So hey, it's fun, man. These teams right now, it's very unexpected. The Giants, unexpected. The Jets, very unexpected. We kind of saw it. We kind of like the talent. But hey, the records, men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie.
Facts, man. Yeah. Nah, definitely big props to the TRI-BORO, killing it right now. But you mentioned how the Steelers beat the BUCS, and obviously if Tom Brady would have converted that 2-point conversion, we would have been in overtime, and it could have been a different story, right? But still, nonetheless, the BUCS lose. And just a couple weeks ago, Big J, you told us yourself that something's going on in Tampa. Is there something going on in Tampa? We just got done talking about it here, man.
Yeah.
What's your take?
I said it a couple weeks ago, and I wasn't really aware of the news of what was going on behind the scenes. Everybody's got their on-the-field issues, but Tom Brady's dealing with some off-field issues right now. and these are big life-changing issues that he's dealing with. And, is it coming to fold on the field? I don't know. He's a professional. I'm sure he'll figure it out. But as a human being, I know, those issues will affect his play. The team is old. They have all their weapons back. To have the performance like they had this past week.
That's the issue. There is no figure out period anymore for Tom Brady. He's at the point where, he's at the point in his career, age-wise, career-wise, there is no figuring out at this point for Tom Brady. Right. He either is going to do it or he's not going to do it. And right now, he's just not doing it. But it's not only Brady. It's at this point, I think we're seeing the era of the new age quarterback taking over because we have a lot of quarterbacks who are on that diminished looking side right now. Even Aaron Rodgers is not playing to Aaron Rodgers' capability. You have Russell Wilson is not moving around in the pocket and looking like Russell Wilson. So I think it's a combination of a lot of things, but it's just with the style of play that the NFL is leaning towards now, it benefits the younger, more mobile, agile quarterback.
Very, very true.
And so right now, those quarterbacks they're the dinosaurs of the league. So I don't want to put the blame solely on the play of those quarterbacks. It's a different era, man. It's a different league, and it's got to change.
I had a conversation with a BUCS fan the other day, and you kind of think as a fan, like maybe Tom Brady's actually doing more harm to the Buccaneers than he is helping the Buccaneers. Because if you think about it, you know, him coming back out of retirement, playing poorly, and the team is not really playing well. You know, maybe they make the playoffs, but they don't have a deep run. That puts them out of contention, you know, with their draft pick. You know, and it pushes the rebuild back because we know, you know, if it's not next year, I think Tom Brady's time is ticking and it's going to be over. So where does that leave the Buccaneers at quarterback position? You know, you got Kyle Trask and who knows what. So, you know, him coming back might actually be doing them more harm than good in the long run. I mean, right now he is still the GOAT, still Tom Brady. So
I agree.
It's crazy to look at it from that perspective, but very true.
No, I mean, I agree, and that's a really well way of looking at it. At the same time, in those situations, you can only blame ownership. There's no good end result from building a team around a player that old, especially a player that's that vital, a quarterback. Now, if you had an old
especially when
kicker, you know, that's different. But a quarterback, so you don't build an organization around Tom Brady. Not at that point in his career.
Especially when you don't have young pieces around him that can take over when he's gone.
Exactly.
You know, so they did it. I don't like the way they did it. You know, looks like the Buck era is slowly coming to an end. And as a matter of fact, my man Chris here said that if they make the wild card, he thinks Tom Brady hangs it up. He doesn't even try. So,
yeah, I can see that, guys. I can see that. You know, if it's not a dump off pass to Leonard Fournette, I mean, the offense just looks inept.
Yeah,
it's we'll see, man. Still a long season. A lot of things can change. You know, we've seen lesser quarterbacks right the ship. So, it's still Tom Brady at the end of the day, but there is something going on, and you know, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, no doubt, Big J. Appreciate you jumping on the video call with us, man. Enjoy that Florida sunlight.
Yes,
enjoy the Eagles bye week, man.
Hey,
oh yeah.
Go Birds, baby. Peace.
All right, bro.
Yeah, I think Big J hit on it, man. It's and you said it too. There's something going on in that salt water in Tampa. Tom Brady is not the old Tom Brady, and the Bucks are starting to fall.
Yeah, Tom doesn't look the same at all, man. It's not just play. It's his temperament. It's everything. I mean, he's arguing more with teammates, with referees.
Yeah, he was yelling at his whole offensive line the other day on the sideline.
The reports are he's not showing up to practice and team workouts, and if he is, he's coming late. So I mean, it's deeper than football, and I don't know if it's the regret of continuing to keep playing or what. But Tom Brady is just not Tom Brady, and it's the trickle-down effect is going to be there. A lot of the players that they got to signed on because of the opportunity to play with Tom Brady.
Agreed.
And now you're playing with a diminished, unfocused Tom Brady is not
they can't
comfortable
be happy.
feeling. Yeah, man. And so it's a lot. It's just Tampa I mean, they really should focus on rebuilding, and I think that they need to do it sooner or later and not wait on Tom Brady to walk away because it's just a matter of time before I feel he walks off.
Right. Like Big J said, they're just going to mess up their draft capital, keeping him there because he's going to keep them in contention at all times.
Mm-hmm.
But another team struggling over in that NFC South, those Carolina Panthers. They've been through 4 quarterbacks already in 6 weeks of football. Mm-hmm. Then they actually fired their coach, Rule, last week.
Yeah.
And the interim coach is fighting with Robbie Anderson on the sideline this week. And then they go and ship Robbie Anderson off day after that.
Yeah, the next day they got rid of him.
There's troubles in Carolina, huh?
Carolina's having, I think it's like front office issues and coaching with coaching staff. I don't think it's like a lack of respect in the organization, and it's showing everywhere.
Right.
You know, to see players arguing with coaches and things of that nature, it goes to show you that there is some lack of respect or trust, or there's no communication there. So you can't play good football under those circumstances right now. And Carolina does not have a quarterback. I mean, I have a shot of playing quarterback for Carolina at this point. So
they'll probably be looking to draft one next year.
Hey, I'm available. But yeah.
But hey, actually, we got a Carolina Panthers fan, part of the JV team. Let's get Rudy on the line.
What's going on, bro?
What's up, Rudy?
How y'all doing?
Hey, welcome back, man. We just touched on your Carolina Panthers. You know, we just wanted to go to a true Carolina Panthers fan and, you know, find out how you feel about what's going on. I mean, you guys have run through, what, 4 quarterbacks already this season? Just kicked your number 2 receiver out the door.
Yeah.
Talk to me about what's going on in Carolina right now, man.
It's not organized, man. We need a coach.
Yeah.
Coach couldn't bring the players together.
Yeah, obviously you guys got rid of Rule right before you guys got rid of Robbie Anderson.
Should have got rid of Rule.
Yeah, I think I want to say you said that on one of our shows.
Yeah, the owner had to take his time with it, man. He gave him too long of a contract, too much money to give up that quick.
Gotcha. And then what do you guys do now? Well, now you guys have been through 4 quarterbacks at this point in time. I think Sam Darnold's supposed to be activated again, and he might be starting for you guys again this week. I mean, but what do you guys future for quarterback at this point in time?
Man, you gonna keep looking. The owner's been proactive, man. So every offseason he's tried to get one. So he gonna keep looking.
I mean, the way you guys are falling right now, are you going to be looking for one in the draft?
I don't know how it's going to play out because you got a coach that's trying to keep his job. So I don't see how we're going to be able to tank. You got a coach that's trying to keep his job, players trying to keep their jobs. It's going to be hard to tell these guys to roll over.
Man, I think the draft may be Carolina's only hope, though. I mean, it's not a market that's very attractive. And then with the current organization, as far as leadership and personnel, I don't feel no one's going to want to come to Carolina. So it would have to be via trade or draft.
When it comes to the trade aspect of it, I feel like if it's not a young guy that they can develop on their own, I'm tired of getting recycled quarterbacks, man. I'm tired of one man's trash isn't always another man's treasure.
That's a fact.
It's gonna have to be via trade or draft because it's not attractive market for a free agent to want to come to Carolina, especially with the current coach and staff that they have there.
Yeah. The only thing attractive about the coming in Carolina is they know the owner's going to give you going to pay that check. That's the only thing attractive about it. They know Tampa's going to pay that money. That's how we're going to get a good coach. Steve Wilkes, I don't see him keeping the job, man. He's going to keep the job for the rest of the season. And there's a lot of coaches right now that want that Rule deal. We had 7 years, $100 million or something like that. It's an attractive coaching job. Might not be an attractive quarterback job right now, but it's an attractive coaching job because they know they're going to get paid.
Very true. Very true. And obviously, like we said, you guys are probably going to be looking for quarterback help in the draft. But at this point in time, you guys have already given up Robbie Anderson and gained some capital. Is it time to free Christian McCaffrey as well? That's my next question for you.
I mean, if we don't get a Tyreek type deal for him, nah. There's definitely gonna be it's definitely gonna be more than one pick involved.
Right.
Or they already said we'll keep him.
Yeah, and just run them till the wheels fall off.
If we can't get what we want, we'll keep him.
True indeed.
Sure, at the end of the day, he's 26. Tyreek just got traded for all that at 28.
True indeed. True indeed. Hey, before we get you off, Rudy, we haven't got a chance to talk about the NBA season that just tipped off just recently.
Oh, yeah.
I know you're a big Boston Celtics fan. They just got a big opening.
You seen them boys last night.
Yeah.
They just got a big opening night win against Philly.
Jalen and Tatum ain't messing around this season, man. Them boys coming to put foot on neck.
Hey, man.
Brogdon was a good pickup. We get one more solid rotational big man right now to hold the fort down till Robert comes back. We started off 18-21 last year. We're not gonna lose 21 out of the first 39 games this season. We won 51 games after starting 18-21. We went in 60 this year.
Oh,
60 games.
Big number. So that's your big bold prediction, I'm assuming, right?
That defense is still there. That defense, besides we need the extra rim protection when Robert Williams comes back, we can get that. But other than that, the rest of the defense is still solid. Brogdon was a good pickup. We got some depth now. I like it. I like Tatum and Brown. Ain't messing around.
They said Robert Williams should definitely be back for the second half of the season. So obviously, with Robert Williams coming back, do you think that you guys easily win the East?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You know why I say easily? I'm only say easily because I know for a fact something's gonna happen with Brooklyn, and I know for a fact Milwaukee's not gonna have enough. Even they say Boston would have lost if they had Middleton last year, but all that would have did was take more shots away from Giannis. Somebody got to score the ball regardless.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it probably would have equated to the same thing. That's like 10 less shots for Giannis right there. I mean, but Giannis was shooting, 60+% in the series, so they were still getting their points regardless of how it came. So, I mean, Brooklyn and Milwaukee, I feel like is our only competition in the East. How about that?
All right. So,
yeah.
And I don't think Brooklyn can stand with us. I think we locked Brooklyn down again like we did the first round last year.
I don't even think a healthy Brooklyn. I don't think a healthy Brooklyn is going to beat Boston because of the matchups. It's too many pieces in Boston that's capable of actually contributing at a high level, far more than in, you know what I'm saying, any one of those other teams, New Jersey. So I don't see it.
That Brogdon pickup, that
was epic.
People are gonna laugh, but that Blake Griffin pickup, because Blake is gonna play good veteran minute.
Very true. Very true. You guys got a veteran point guard and a veteran big man.
And you seen your former New York Knick over there, Noah Vonleh, putting in good minutes for the Boston Celtics, former lottery pick.
Very true.
They gotta hold it down until Rob comes back. That's it, man.
Nah.
But yeah, I don't see nobody really messing with us in the East.
You need Tatum and Brown to continue to play well together. See, that's the thing. Tatum and Brown normally don't have a great game at the same time. So if they continue to play well and no injuries, Boston, I see them come out of the East.
I feel like even though they lost, they gained so much confidence in real life. Like now they know they could do it.
Yeah.
Now they know they could do it.
Okay, so that's my last question for you, Rudy. Can they do it? Can those Boston Celtics win the championship this year?
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay, all right.
They can. What the odd makers got it right now? They got I think they got the top three is Celtics, Warriors, and Bucks.
Mm-hmm.
So we loaded, man. I like it.
All right, Rudy. Well, appreciate you joining us, man. Good luck to your Celtics this year, man. And I guess better days for Carolina Panthers, man. Appreciate you joining the show, bro.
Hey, appreciate you guys having me on JV Sports. Y'all take it easy.
All right, bro.
Appreciate Rudy coming on the show, letting us know about his Carolina Panthers and Boston Celtics. But since we crossed over into the NBA, man, he's high on those Boston Celtics, and it sounds like you are too.
Yeah, man.
Are those Celtics definitely coming out the East?
Most definitely. Bar injury, man, I don't see anyone contending with the Celtics, especially in the series, because of the depth that the Celtics have, their bench, and not only that, the skill set that their starters have.
Right.
I mean, you're looking at that was the number one defensive team, which I believe they're still going to be the number one defensive team, especially when Williams comes back. It's going to add that extra rim protector. Like, I don't see anyone 1 through 5 really having the matchups to contend with the Celtics on a nightly basis.
One thing I didn't get a chance to ask Rudy, though, is you don't think the loss of their coach, Ime Udoka, for the whole season will have a factor on some of these games and them contending this season?
No, because of veterans like Marcus Smart. Like, the culture in Boston, and when you're dealing with veterans, especially when they respect their coach and they love their coach, they go out and they perform better for them coaches. So when you look at a team like Boston with the veterans they have on the bench I don't think it's going to be an issue. I think they'll actually go out and play harder. And I also think that suspension is going to be overturned before the season is over with. I don't see any grounds of him being able to uphold that suspension. So I think that he's going to come back.
True indeed. True indeed. Obviously, you sound pretty high on these Celtics. We saw the champs get their rings the other night, those Golden State Warriors, right before they beat up on the Los Angeles Lakers. LeBron James said, he was back this season and was looking to win a ship. Those Golden State Warriors had something else to say about that, right? Yeah. And it sounds like you got these Celtics pretty high on the list too, man. Do you think these Celtics can beat the Golden State Warriors this year if they see them again in the finals?
Most definitely. The game with the Lakers and the Warriors, I think it's a little overhyped. I give the Warriors credit. They're a great team, great shooting team, number one shooting team in the league.
Right.
However, they're not consistent as far as health yet. Like, they haven't been. Klay Thompson has missed significant time the last few seasons. Steph Curry, is hard to keep him on. And I don't even think that Draymond is going to remain with the team the entire season.
I'm honestly surprised he's not suspended. Granted, that whole situation happened at practice, but, that ruins the entire culture of your organization. They can't have any type of chemistry right now, no matter what anybody says, there's a humongous elephant in that locker room at all times right now. And, you could credit Draymond for that. So
Draymond's out. I
whether
don't-
it's suspension or trade or something like that, I don't see Draymond being there much
Draymond is
longer.
out, bro. Draymond is out. And the reason, like, that situation was a private situation, and it got out. It got out for a reason. I think the culture and is changing in Golden State. And Draymond, he's aging. He's not the same Draymond he was.
No, not at all.
He's there heart and soul wise, but his production defensively, offensively has diminished greatly. I think he averaged like 3-4 points last season. I mean, he's not really a factor. And the fact that they gave Poole the money they gave Poole shows that they're committed to the future with Jordan Poole.
Poole and Wiggins both got 4-year, over $100 million deals.
You don't give a player that much money and that much commitment that for a fact has a rift with another player unless you know you're going to make a tank.
Right. Very true. I agree with that completely. But you sound like you're kind of down on these Golden State Warriors. Are there any other teams in that West that you think may come out instead of Golden State?
Skill-wise, I think Golden State is the best team in the NBA.
Right.
Golden State just does not play an entire season together as a unit, and that's yet to be seen. So if they can stay healthy, Golden State, I don't really see, because of their scoring ability, the firepower they have, I don't see any team outscoring Golden State in a series 7 games in a row. Out of 7 games, I don't see it. But outside of Golden State, with me not having faith in them, I say the Clippers. The Clippers have the most potential to have the biggest turnaround season this year. Now, it's yet to see what can be done. John Wall looks good in preseason and things of that nature, but we're going to see how everything works out.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned Golden State and their injuries. You can't just talk about the Clippers and not mention their injuries. Obviously, yes, they have a very, very skilled, deep, versatile team, but another team that has to stay on the court. All 3 of their big 3, John Wall, Paul George, and Kawhi Leonard, none of them have, great injury history. So,
but they had time. That's the difference. They had time. Those guys are coming off of injuries that they had more time to recoup than you're looking at a lot of players on Golden State. And that recoup time is very important. It gives the tendons, the bones time to get strong and heal. So, I mean, I feel that they'll be okay because it's not something that they had to try to play on and play through. They had months to sit there and rehab. It's like Zion. Zion coming back, and Zion looks good preseason too.
Right.
But, it's yet to be seen. The season and playing speed is different than practice and preseason. So once he actually gets out there and they run up and down the court, you'll get a better glimpse of where Paul George and the Clippers stand. But I feel if they stay healthy, and they should have had enough. If Paul George goes down early in this season, it's something deeper. Right. You really have to really look into what's going on with Paul George. Is his diet? Right. What is it? Is it lack of sleep? Like, there's certain things that will cause you to be injury prone.
Right.
So if he gets hurt early this season, it's an issue that is bigger than what we all think.
Right.
But
it's definitely becoming more of a long-term issue.
But with the time he's had, I think he'll be fine, and I think that the Clippers will do good this year. And with their 3 key players, it's enough to take the pressure off of each player individually.
True indeed. All right, so if you had to pick right now, that finals, are we talking about Clippers and Boston Celtics?
If I had to pick right now, going off my true gut and knowledge, I would say Celtics Clippers. Celtics Clippers in the finals. It hurts my heart. I'm a Lakers fan, man. I love LeBron. I really want to see LeBron get back, but I don't see the current Lakers, being able to have enough to get through it. You put LeBron and AD out, there's no scoring in LA. And so I can't count on Russell Westbrook.
Right.
I mean, Patrick Beverley, the additional Patrick Beverley it's really for defensive purposes. I mean, he can hit the 3 ball occasionally, but it's not scoring, nor is it going to be enough assist power with LeBron off the court. So now I don't see the Lakers going far. So right now, I have to say Clippers and Celtics. Golden State might surprise us all, but Clippers, Celtics.
I don't think it'll be much of a surprise if Golden State came through again.
It'll be a surprise if they stay healthy. It'll be a surprise if they stay healthy. But I think, like I said, Golden State is going to go through a shift. So it's after that shift, I want to see where they stand because we don't know what they're going to do with this Draymond deal. Now, Draymond hasn't had a lot of production, but it's going to be hard to get something really good in return for Draymond.
Right.
So
Agreed.
now, But I think that damn near anything at the power forward position that they can get right now is probably going to get them more offensive power. Now, will he get enough touches?
Yeah, anything's more offensive
Yeah,
power.
will he get
than
enough
2 points a
touches is
game,
going to be
right?
the question. But so after that shift, you know, it could change my mind. But as of right now, with Poole and Draymond, the chemistry and it's not the same. I don't think that they're going to really be able to do it. Not constructed how they are.
True indeed. All right, so barring all those setbacks and all those injuries, and you having the Clippers and the Celtics in the finals, let me ask you this last question before we go. Who's your NBA champion?
Oh, Boston Celtics.
Boston Celtics.
I have Boston Celtics winning it all. It doesn't matter who they face from the West. I say Clippers, but no matter who they face from the West, I have Boston Celtics winning this year's NBA Finals.
All right, so that's actually 2 that we got now for the Boston Celtics from the JV team. Well, good luck to them Celtics this year. My man Chris, appreciate you joining the show again.
I mean, always a pleasure, man. Appreciate you for having me here.
Man, let these people know how to find you, man.
Hey, man, if you're looking for them good tattoos, reasonable prices, hit me up. You can view my work, see my portfolio, as well as get my schedule on exclusiveart.booksy.com.
Yes, sir. I'm about to get me one right now, man. Yes, sir. And thank you guys for watching. Make sure you check us out at sportjv.com. Support the merch, JDino 407 for savings. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And if you haven't yet, make sure you mash that button. Like and subscribe on YouTube. And as usual, got a quote for you guys. Well, we talked about the G-Men and their coach, Brian Dable. Well, he just gave us a quote just this past week. He says, this game and life are hard. But no matter how hard or how far down you are, you got to keep fighting. You got to keep swinging. Thank you guys for watching.